Music. What would the world be like without it? Who cares?
Who cares?
This is Genrear.
Just makes farts.
Just makes farts. Honestly, I think
You can have anal sex. Just makes farts.
You fucking fuck.
All right.
Metal Dinguses, episode 4.
3.
3.
4.
You know, I think it is 3, but I said 4. So you know what? We're 4 now.
Anyway. You
Anyway.
listened to Defeated Sanity.
I did.
They're good, right?
Yes.
You play it right now.
Oh, I just realized. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it had videos in the back, but I didn't know it would show the fucking stream that's live right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is episode 2. Episode 3.
Then we'll fix it right now. We got shit to fix. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, put the metal text. Anyways, I'll take over this part of the podcast. We gotta talk, people.
About what? Wait.
We gotta talk about the fact that Twitch is promoting. I'm making this up as I go along.
Something.
Promoting Minecraft. And now whenever you say you're going to do something illegal, you just say it in Minecraft. I have 400 pounds of cocaine in Minecraft.
Alright, I put metal music,
Just makes sports.
skateboarding, and MMA.
Yeah, because we're all about. Oh yeah, you're about skateboarding.
I'm about
Just sit here and
skateboarding.
Just makes farts.
just makes farts. I like them skateboards. Just makes farts.
What is on my face? It's part of a mask.
Hair.
No, I found it. Unless if that's a hair, that's a long ass beard. That's my dog's hair.
You taping dog hair on your face? That's why you
Yeah.
got such a nice beard?
It's not nice. It's very patchy if you look at it.
You said I need to look at it.
All right. Anyways, all right. Let's get into it. I'm fucking hungry, so let's get into it.
Jim, can you pull that up?
We've had a, interesting let's go over what happened since the last podcast. Yes, gamer subs.
Shut the fuck up. G Fuel.
10% off.
No, stop.
Use
It's
Kev-
not
code
even
Kev
true.
Muller.
Oh, I thought you were about to make some shit up
no.
that was sponsored.
No, we'll give you 10% off, like some used socks.
Fuck it, I'll keep it for free if you really want it.
Yeah, if you really want my socks.
Take
Have
take my socks.
Yeah.
Take my socks.
Just makes farts.
Farts. It's the only reason for socks.
This is going so terribly. Okay, let's start.
Swimmingly.
I think we need coffee next time and not G Fuel because.
You chugged the whole bottle
Yeah.
of G Fuel.
Yeah. Let's.
How many scoops did you put in it?
6. No, I did like 1 scoop and then I.
Was
just
it an ADHD scoop or normal
It
scoop?
was like halfway.
Disappointing. There's 2 ADHD scoops in this.
Jesus Christ.
That's my normal amount.
I do that and then like 80 milligrams of Ritalin a day. So.
I guess that's the real ADHD scoop.
Oh yeah. You crush some of that up into it in Minecraft. I found that out from Ethan and Trisha's podcast because they were talking about doing drugs, and then Ethan's like, "What do they say in Twitter?" They would say like in Minecraft whenever they talk about anything illegal.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, I guess it is. Typo negative.
Typo
Anyways,
negative.
let's not get distracted here. Don't copy me. Don't copy me. What the? Look at the size of that spider.
I've seen it. It's been there for a while.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's George. Named him after
Oh,
Jorge
I gotta
Masvidal.
go look at that thing.
As Jared is not getting distracted right now,
Oh my fucking god.
so
That is massive.
Yeah. It's Jorge.
Jesus Christ. Fucking 3-piece and a soda, that thing becomes anywhere near me.
It genuinely
Anyways,
stays
we got some things to talk about. Let's go over everything that happened since the last podcast. Unfortunately, this is a sad one. Riley from Power Trip.
Oh, yeah.
He sadly
It's really been a
passed
while
away.
since we did the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to do the podcast. We were scheduled to do the day after, but we were both, not really feeling up to it.
No, not after that. Not after finding out that.
Yeah, so and then we ended up accidentally taking 3 weeks off, so.
But hey, it is what it is.
Yes. In our
Silence serves the foundation of creativity.
In Death Island fashion, we just ended up forgetting about it.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, well, we had school starting, I was,
And we're also still in Death Island, hence it being
Yeah.
Death Island fashion.
Yeah, we're still, we're not in it anymore. Right, we're in Island of the Dead. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that
Fucking sucked.
that hit me in a weird way, because my first show ever was Death Heaven, Power Trip, Death Heaven, Anthrax, and Lamb of God. And we left early because I was in 8th grade, and by the time Lamb of God was on, I was exhausted, and I'm sorry, I regret it to this day. Anyway, I remember leaving, and we stopped by the Power Trip booth, and Riley was the one running the merch, and we talked him of it, and he actually gave us our first piece of band advice, or he said, like, we were the opening act, but we still try to play every show like we're headlining. And I've been trying to keep those words to heart every show we play.
Except for the one with Chris. You weren't
Because
there
I
for
wasn't there, so I couldn't keep it to heart.
Yeah, no. Me and Mick did not keep that one to heart. Mick was dancing on stage. And I think he just drove away, which means he's going to go try to fight somebody with a Trump flag on their car. Godspeed and good luck, Mick. Anyways, I also met Riley. My freshman year of college, I was sitting in my room playing my 3DS because I was, really popular. And I don't know, it was like a Tuesday night, and I was, I was playing Legend of Zelda. Is that it? The one with the Ocarina of Time. And I didn't realize that game you need audio cues to know where to fit. I was just lost the entire time. But I was listening to Jamie Joss's interview with Riley, and it was like a really interesting interview. And then I got to meet them at Heavy Montreal like a year or two later. And I told Riley how much I enjoyed that podcast, and he was like really cool about it. He was like, "Oh, really, dude? Thank you so much." And he, they signed the set list that I got from them, and yeah, so that was, so hearing that really fucking sucked. And then also when you listen to music that remember him, it's like, it's not music that you get sad to, it's like music that you get happy to, that you get too pumped. And I almost appreciate that more than if, it's an artist that makes sad, stuff.
Yeah, I agree, because
you can
you can appreciate the art, and it's also one of those things I sort of realize, he really spent his whole life trying to fucking make other people happy.
Yeah.
And you can really hear that in the fucking music, and yeah.
All right, let's get happy.
I'm gonna cry.
Let's talk about good bands that we've recently started getting really into.
It's not a good band.
No, good bands that we're recently starting getting into. Obviously, I love Power Trip. Crucifixation is one of the hardest songs of all time. Not difficult, but just hard.
I have a feeling there's a specific band you want to talk about right now, though.
Imperial Triumphant.
Oh, okay.
I knew I was going to throw you for a loop with that one. Me and Carlos here have gotten into, we'll go through it progression-wise. We both really got into Imperial Triumphant, which is a band that we both knew about.
Yeah, I was gonna, originally, we have a running tradition where one of us has to go to Devastation on the Nation, the tour, alone. And we have a few inside jokes that go around with that whole yearly thing. And one of the things, but it's a tradition, one person has to go alone. And this year was supposed to be my year. But first, before even COVID, it was canceled for me because it ended up happening in St. Vitus Bar, and I'm not 21.
Yeah, I had it at the Kingston, but I was like 18.
I wish I had Kingston. I like the Kingston a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Imperial Triumphant was on it, so that was when I first heard of them, and I checked them out, and I was like, if I'm being honest, at first I was just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah.
The first listen, but I was like, it's a cool idea, but I don't know if I'm into it.
Yeah. That was
And
my
then,
first time too.
You know, I kept trying because like I was like, I'm gonna see them, so I want to get into
Yeah.
it. This is before I knew, and before they announced the venues, and then before COVID and all that. So, by the way, I don't know if you heard they canceled it for next year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I saw
That's-
that on Twitter last night.
Smart, honestly.
Yeah, I think
It's-
so.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen a lot more.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think we got into it when, or the reason I started really getting into it was, I found out that there's this thing called Art Deco. I didn't know what the term was, but I always loved that style, like retro futurism, Fallout, you know, that kind of thing.
I knew what Art Deco was just because left in summer high school we had art class. They taught us that, and
It's really cool.
it was a very similar thing. Like I just saw, I was like, oh, I didn't know that had a name.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, and then I realized that was a lot of their stuff, and that's obviously tied into New York and us being from New York,
New
not
York
city,
was-
but you know we're close enough.
New York with the sky's the limit.
Yeah, exactly. So we
not
so we really got
upset.
into that, and I think and we've just been jamming their new album. I got a flag of it that I'm actually gonna put up today because those pictures are done.
Very jealous of it.
Yeah, I mean you can order one too. It's on nightshiftmerch.com.
It's a great website.
It is a great website. I got a Kerry King Funko because I need to harness all my riffing abilities. And they were
I want to buy a
hand
typo
ones.
negative shirt from them. Or
I
hoodie.
want a Peter Steele Funko.
They have it.
They should make one and make him taller than all the other ones.
They actually legitimately very much have to.
Yeah, I want one of him, and I want one. Actually, I want all the typo negative ones.
Yeah.
I would love a Kenny Hickey Funko.
Same. I'm still mad at you for not going. I know the reason why, but I'm still upset that you never went to see Silvertune.
Why didn't I go?
You told me it was like you had to have a family dinner. And
Oh
you had to
yeah,
cancel
that
it.
is true.
So I know it wasn't your fault, but I'm still mad.
I also missed Imperial Triumphant when they played Quebec Death Fest. I forget who I looked at the schedule. I missed them entirely. I didn't know who they were. It was 2018. Anyways,
I can't open the dang gate, Denny. Fine, I'll finish the interview.
it was.
Finish the show.
It was the year that Internal Bleeding's new album had just come out.
Eternal meaning.
Anyways, yeah, and then our next little musical obsession, came in the form of a beautiful, beautiful band from Norway called Dark Throne. No, that was me.
That was just you.
That was my mini obsession. I'm still listening to them a lot, but
I need to get into them.
I put one of their songs on.
I know, I saw,
So,
yeah.
That was the song that made me like, okay, yeah, they have good stuff. Like I liked them, but I wasn't a huge fan. It's like kind of how I am with Mayhem, where it's like I know a couple songs, I don't listen to them on a regular basis.
What?
Anyways, they're good. Like, you know, I'm obviously usually more often than not more of a death metal guy than a black metal guy, but I do
Same.
really appreciate black metal, and I always want to get more into it. You know, I love Sargeist, I love Juder, I love, Luada, Magua, Dissection, obviously. Immortal.
The other night I was re-listening to some Skeleton Witch
Oh, they're good. I was listening to them the other night as well.
from A Cloudless Sky
Yeah,
that goes into the other one, which I always forget.
Yeah.
Those two are my favorite songs.
And then, but me and Carlos have really been getting into Mortician the past couple days.
Yes.
And, people will say rip on Mortician. I describe it as ironically and unironically being into them at the same time. Because caveman music, obviously. That's some caveman shit right there. And then we're both big slasher movie fans and horror movie fans.
Only recently for me, but I've actually been really fucking into those.
So yeah, I've been fucking around with those, for years now. So it's like it goes hand in hand. They're also from the area, so you gotta love them for that. And then I found online in some some discords I frequent that there's some people that they don't get it. They just they're not down with the caveman riff.
They're not enlightened.
Yeah, they're not enlightened, and they're like, "Oh, Mortician sucks. You can't hear anything. Fuck you." Fuck you. How about that?
Fuck
No.
you. How
In
about
reality,
that?
I describe it like this:
What
if
the
you're
fuck?
watching if you're listening to Mortician for anything besides caveman riffs and horror samples, that's like watching a slasher movie expecting Forrest Gump. Like,
It's like watching.
You get what
it's
you
like
pay for.
watching an '80s slasher movie expecting good acting.
there's some good acting.
Okay, no, I know that's a bit mean, but like.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's like one
You
of those
know
things
what
where
I
it's like, It's like
mean.
one of those things where it's like that's like watching.
It's like watching porn to see if the plumber fixes the
Yeah,
sink.
exactly. It's like you know why you're there, and that's for some heavy shit. You know, is that Mortician something I listen to before I go to bed? Yes.
It's 10.
But you know, like it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, it's just they're great, and it's like I don't see why you have to hate them. Like
I can
if
see,
you- if
like
you
if
can
you're not
see what
if you're
they're
not
doing.
into them, I can see why. I
Yeah.
can get it, but like why you gotta say they like I don't,
Yeah, like, why-
I don't see why you think they suck.
yeah, why do you like feel the need to take them not like take them seriously, but like do you miss like to not like how do you not get it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like obviously they're a serious band, but it's like, you know, when you listen to it, it's like, oh, this is different than, you know, Cannibal Corpse or Broken Hope or, you know, ew. Why would you ever say that band? That band is fucking garbage. But anyways,
It is.
Mortician rules. Anybody that doesn't like them can go suck a dick in Minecraft and in real life.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Real life too.
And Mortician is better than your band. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about it. On to you, Carl. Give your opinions about Mortician.
How am I supposed to follow that? I mean, you pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, that's like all I've thought about the past 3 days was just like, how could people not like Mortician?
You rehearsed that in your head multiple times, didn't you?
No, I've just monologued to myself. It's not rehearsing it. It's just. Then yeah, I also had a bit of a Black Label Society and like Pantera and old Slipknot kick for a week there.
That's cool. I every now and then get random Slipknot kicks.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Slipknot's great.
They're great.
Dude, I've been watching footage of them from 1999, and that's what was getting me into them because they were so intense back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're like dads. But I think they were probably dads back then too. But like, you know, like they were like crazy people back then on drugs, and now they're like, you know, businessmen and Corey Taylor and Mick is still cool though. He's my favorite member.
I really like Jay Weinberg. The drummer. Why? Okay. Why? Is it because you like Joey Jordison better? Ah, I see. I like Joey Jordison as a drummer, but I mean, I really got into Slipknot with the Grey chapter, which is when Jay started in the band.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got into them a couple.
So
years
like,
before that.
and like, I only really got into them like last year or 2 years ago. I just had a random kick where I really went into them.
What?
No. Like I was into them forever, and I listened to a bunch of their shit. But
Oh,
I had
okay,
I had like this kick where I just went really into them, like last year.
Are we getting Youngblood advertising?
I don't know. Don't ask about my Spotify.
Have you ever heard this dude?
I don't want to.
He's a fucking buffoon. He was on the new Bring Me the
Is he
Horizon
fucking
track.
Ring It?
Oh,
Ring It?
also here's another thing. Anybody that got pissed at Trevor from the Black Dahlia murder for tweeting about the Ice Nine Kills thing?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
How about
you. How about that?
that? Like, dude's allowed to have an opinion. Don't get so fucking caught up on the internet. Don't feel bad that somebody in a band you liked insulted another band you like.
Shit happens.
Like what you like, you know? Like, especially with music and this kind of music. It's like, just embrace what you like. If you like listening to the Hot Topic version of what Mortician does, I won't even compare them to Mortician. Just, they took the horror movie thing and then were like, oh, hey, let's make it emo and Hot Topic-y.
Who?
Not Ice Nine Kills. Other stuff is about like horror
I did not
movies,
know that.
but they don't use any horror samples.
What
which
the fuck is
the
it?
most
What's the
pissing
point?
off thing ever. Anyways, yeah. So, you know, I don't think anybody that got pissed off about that will be seeing this, but I just need to put that out into the world.
Trevor, we love you.
Yeah, Trevor, we love you.
Come on the show.
Yeah, we'll give you weed in Minecraft.
When we can buy it in Minecraft. When we have more money in Minecraft.
Anyways, I feel like that probably sums up the music portion. Do you have anything to add?
I had something just now I was thinking of, but it went out of my head. Fucking. I'm trying to think. I gotta say though, in talking about music in general, for those of you, I guess no one really knows who watches, but one of my friends from my life in summer high school moved in with me. It's a long story of the whole reason why. It's a lot of personal shit. Anyway, he's living with me and my family now, and he listens to nothing but pop music, and like Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Like Lady Gaga, he is obsessed with Lady Gaga, and I gotta say, just makes friends. But I mean, Lady Gaga's cool though, cause you know, she's metal.
I like Poker Face.
Yeah.
Good song.
Her new stuff's pretty cool, and like that's what I was talking about. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so I'm hearing a lot of the music like that I hadn't even really heard before now. So I gotta say it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, when he's playing shit like Lady Gaga and shit, like I don't mind it. Like
Yeah.
her new album's pretty good. It's actually really fucking good. It's like it sounds like a lot of her old stuff, like Poker Face and that shit. I hear Mick.
The
pulling
last
it.
Immortation better be.
Go check.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's blasting them.
What was he blasting?
It's either Immortation or the Merciless Concept.
Um,
It's hard to hear.
but yes, I gotta say it has been kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool to get exposed to like different music, especially stuff that like I won't say actively avoid, but just
It's funny
actively avoid.
Yeah, no, we do actively
Yeah.
avoid it. But it's funny though, cause like not only that, it's like he's already kind of used to my music because we've been
Yeah.
friends forever. But like he's really getting used to it to the point like the other night we were driving around and I put on "Love You to Death" by Type of Negative, and I noticed at one point he's singing along to it.
It's a good song.
Hey, it is a good song. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, man.
But you know, then I did the same thing when he played "Rain on Me" by Lady Gaga. So you hear it so many times, man.
You must be producing a lot of estrogen. All right, you want to get into our weekly listens,
We can.
and then we'll talk about UFC and horror movies.
Yeah, and then we can finish up. I'll talk about Scrape Words.
Oh yes.
Might as well bring it up, right?
Yeah.
All right. So here, you're up first.
All right. So, like I
Just
said,
handing the laptop.
been on a Dark Throne kick lately. So, Transylvanian Hunger. You can't go any better. That's a great black metal riff right there.
It is, and I know the song. You know, like I hear that, it's like, oh yeah, I know the song well. I just never think of it. It slaps, man. And just this opening riff is like.
Yep.
There's like such a black metal vibe. Like this is so like I can't explain, but like this is just like peak black metal.
Right. Yeah. I got it. I forgot to add something.
You're gonna I shouldn't have given you the laptop.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm gonna be going very quickly through these ones because I forgot. This is Imperial Triumphant. This is my favorite song on the new album, Atomic Age, and it's for this one part.
That makes me do the face one. It's hard to headbang to it because of the weird clap signatures.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the. Can we talk about how Imperial Triumphant looks exactly like how you'd imagine their sound would look like?
Oh yeah.
Someone who plays. It fits the sound so perfectly. It's hilarious.
Alright, Mick actually, he showed me this one. It's a Bleed For Me by Black Label Society. Great fucking song. It's outstanding, I would even say. And Zach Wilde said if I didn't say how good the song was, he punched me in the face, so.
Yes, because we know him personally.
Yeah.
A personal
No, we're
record.
tight. You know?
That's what happens when you run a professional podcast professionally.
Just make parts.
Just make parts.
See, like,
Yeah.
this is what I love about the band. They riff.
Yeah.
It's a good riff. Can't deny that.
No. I almost have to take my hat off to like get a top headband, you know?
Oh, yeah. Alright. We'll get to the chorus. Pretty good chorus, I think, too.
Yeah.
Anyways, now
You know what's good with this style of metal, like, you know, with like Pantera, Black Hole Society, and Crowbar. Just this, I'm thinking of the vocal style, right? It's such a weird style to me when you like to think about,
Yeah.
because like they're singing, but they're also kind of not.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like,
manly
but
singing.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I think it's a very underrated like style of vocals,
It's like if Barbarians sang.
but like had a good voice.
Yeah.
still, you know.
It's fitting. It's like,
It also reminds me of Motorhead.
if you listen,
It's like the idea of Motorhead, where
Yeah.
the idea, like
Yeah.
not the actual voice, but like the idea is like what traditionally you wouldn't think of as like a necessarily good singing voice, singing, but singing very well. It just sounds just so cool.
Yeah. I agree. I forgot what I was gonna say, but also if you listen to Phil and Kirk talk, Phil from Pantera, Kirk from Crowbar,
Mhm.
they talk like great. They sound like a fucking ghoul from Fallout. You know, just from years of fuck. You know,
I better say they sound like a greyhound.
no, they sound like fucking. They're fucking like Kirk from Crowbar. You know, and it's like the most badass thing. But Zach Wild has a pretty normal voice.
A. John Solomon.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they had identical voices for a while, but they're also both from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Anyways. And now we go for the classic Mortification.
Mortification.
And I won't ruin the sample for you guys. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sample.
I almost watched that last night.
It's a great movie. I would highly recommend it. Packed Up for Barbecue is the song.
My issue is like I know like you gotta find the right one with all this shit.
Yeah,
So I wasn't sure.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they never censored it, I don't think so. It's just the one from 1974. Or 72. 74, I think.
Ooh.
The ending is fucking.
Makes me want to pose in front of a giant New York death metal flag with a gun and a weird knife.
Yep.
With
Same.
with a vest with no shirt.
Such fucking nerds. I love how this song is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. All you need to know. Who texted you?
And
Somebody
like the
texted
first minute probably is.
you. The first 2 minutes are samples.
So
Trevor made a tweet about removing all the samples from Mortician and just having the music, and like the hardcore Mortician fans got like really pissed at him.
alright, it's my turn.
Yes, Carl's turn.
Time to go on the pussy side of this. Starting off with another Imperial Triumphant song, my favorite because
What is your pussy side?
it is well compared to what we just listened to. I got Typo Negative and Angst.
Hey, Typo Negative, they got a lot of pussy.
That's true. Anyway, I'm not trying to down my taste of music. These are amazing bands and I stand by my choices, but they're not as necessarily intense as what we just listened to, you know?
Huh?
So anyway, we're gonna start with some more Imperial Triumphant because I love this song. It has a special place for me because I played trombone in high school
Yeah.
and there's a trombone solo, and I think it sounds really cool. I want to learn it.
Nice.
it's like just a really jazzy in the beginning.
Yeah, I love this beginning.
I'm gonna skip a bit to find the actual.
But yeah.
Here it is. Then if you go, it goes like,
Yeah, it turns into Imperial.
but it goes back at one point. I didn't find it. Like the trombone's still playing.
Yeah. I love this stuff, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, now typo negative. Just, I'm always just in a typo negative, man. I fucking love those guys.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Typo negative. Yes. Rest in peace, Peter Steele. Typo negative. One of everybody in Death Island's favorite bands.
Fairly recently became.
Yeah, I would say probably around 10 months ago I started really getting into them. I'd been a fan for a year or two before then.
I'd known Christian Woman
I love that
since
song.
like 9th grade, and then when Trivium released "I Don't Want to Be Me," I liked that.
Yeah.
But I remember I just kept hating on the original and be like, "Nah, I like the Trivium version better."
Yeah. And I was
Now,
why did you get
yeah, rightfully so. And I was a real shithead about it. It wasn't until like the beginning of quarantine that I really got into typo.
Dude, that recently?
It was that recent. Well, that's been 6 months.
Wow.
It took 2 months of hearing you and Mick constantly talking about them to get me to suddenly just not being able to stand them. And then like I heard on my own their cover of Paranoid, and that just hearing that cover reversed that instantly. And then I started to like them, but never got into them. And then Patrick one night told me he listened to Black #1 and really liked it. And that night I listened to the entire Bloody Kisses album.
Yeah.
And then just kept going. Never looked back. They've become like literally my favorite band. Like up there. For those of you who don't know, I am a very indecisive person, so I never have one favorite band. I have three number one favorite bands. It used to be Black Dahlia Murder, Trivium, and Ghost. But like ever since they released Prequel, I just haven't. It didn't. That album just didn't hit home as much as some of the other music has. So, and then when I have to just go type a negative, I was just like, "Fuck, man, this fills that void that I was missing of like that more melodic shit that isn't always necessarily super heavy, but like this with typo, it still does get heavy. It's
Yeah.
sick." Also, speaking of Trevor and Ice Nine Kills, do you see what this is that he listened to?
Yeah, you probably checked it out.
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, typo negatives just.
Yeah, they're probably I think they're my third favorite band. The Thalia, Metallica,
Metallica.
and Typo Negative. But only the first 4 albums of Metallica are, that's what qualifies them for that. Not to be an elitist, but just you can notice
Fuck
an
it,
energy.
to be an elitist in Minecraft.
an energy shift from Justice and the Black Album. The Black Album's still good, and then I don't really care for much after that. Although I should give it a better chance. I never really got into it.
So my last song is one you showed me. Didn't you find this from like Tim Halley's stream?
Yes.
I had never heard this band before in my life. Jared just like hit me up. Was like, "Yo, this is sick,"
Yeah, I knew you would like it.
and I've literally been obsessed with this fucking band.
I sent
They're
it to
so
Mick
cool.
too. $10. He didn't listen to it.
Yeah, he told me they were black metal.
$100 Mick didn't listen to it. That's the moment you have to pull at him and be like, black metal?
I
Are
did.
you kidding
No,
me?
I did, and
Okay.
then I listened, and then right afterwards, I went in my room and listened to the next song on the album, and it sounded straight up like Sour.
Yeah. Fuck.
Literally, I went, "Fuck."
You're just like, damn.
Anyway, this is the song. His song's "Kill Your Inner Cop" by Edge.
Oh, I have another one to show you actually on the stream after this. Obviously. It reminds me a lot of this song. More. It's like. Yeah. We'll get to wait for the riff. I actually listened to a bit of the song this morning. I will say there's something about this band. Like there's something about it that like they're great.
Is it a bit too edgy, you think?
I don't know. It's just something. It was more with the riffs and stuff. It's just like it's not as it doesn't draw me as much. Like I almost feel like I would rather listen to Heaven Shall Burn. But like that's it. Like they're awesome.
Just this intro, the beginning is so sick. You stop.
That's a really cool fucking riff.
Right.
That transition.
I love the transitions overall for them. They have those transitions from the riffs.
That's probably my favorite part about metal.
My favorite is this one.
Melodic
the
death metal.
beginning one.
The transition. That kind of stuff.
This part. This is my favorite.
Like, rip on metalcore all you want, rip on melodic death metal all you want. The way those guys link, those bands link riffs together.
Yeah, like this.
It's unparalleled.
Just this.
It's unparalleled. Yeah, that's very Heaven Shall Burn.
You can't beat that, man.
They're both from Germany, so. But yes, I have a song to show you. Fucking Balls to the Wall. It's not. It's not Balls to the Wall, but Accept. That is a great song, though. Get balls. I thought it was AC/DC. I thought it was the singer of AC/DC.
This is a great song, Jimmy.
Dude,
thank you.
That's a riff and a half. Like. No, the song is Gainsayer by Man Shall Die.
Like that? Gainsayer?
Yeah. Just get ready for the chorus is what hits me. Kev showed me this one, and it's got a cool breakdown in it. It's like melodic technical stuff.
I'm kind of surprised by it, like when Kev talking melodic music.
It's like melodic music like hip hop.
No, but like just like melodic metal, I always feel weird. It's like I don't think I've ever listened to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I feel, you know how made fun of, like got mad at us that one time and said we only listen to slams and nothing melodic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that's actually what Kev listens to.
No, he listens
like,
to melodic.
I know he does, but like it for some reason just
straight.
because like that's just what I like.
Yeah.
Picture him with, you know.
Yeah, like it's hard to imagine him listening. He doesn't like listen to the same melodics besides Typo Negative that we do, but there's still melodic. Like he was
Trivium,
showing
though.
all these like OG metalcore stuff. No, apparently he had never listened to Trivium before. He like started streaming, and people like came from Matt's channel and started playing them.
Really? Because he lied on his stream once. He just was like, man, he said something that's similar to what you would always say. It's like, I always forget how sick Trivium is. And then I go back and listen to them, and I'm like, this is sick.
But like, think about like people like me, Jornosh, that were there from almost 3 years ago now.
Right.
So we started playing at the very beginning
Mm-hmm.
because Matt was streaming. It was like, hey, and
Right,
it was like,
right.
So like, when did he say that?
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
So like,
It was It was like a year or two ago.
Yeah. So if it was a year ago, it'd been. I don't know if that's true even. Like the thing, but I know he wasn't really much of a fan. Like maybe he knew a couple songs. Anyway,
that might still be the case, but maybe it's just maybe that is the case, and that's what he was talking about. Like, how he's just like he always just. But when he listens to those songs, he's like, "Fuck, this is sick," you know.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Let's,
Interesting.
It's like very I think it's hard to define.
It is. It's like to an extent, it reminds me of Dahlia, but almost and not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the chorus is really good.
That's cool. That's cool.
through the breakdown. Get ready. Oh shit.
How heavy is that? Hell yeah. That slaps.
Good guitar solo.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, they bring the chorus back, and it's like great. That's why I like when a band has a sick chorus and they're not, and they don't use it sparingly. Like I'd rather sometimes, actually I'd rather have too little than too much. But it's when it's something like that, like you could play that chorus over and over.
Yeah.
So when it's just a very consonant progression as opposed to dissonant. Anyways, so
That's
yes.
cool, yeah. I like that.
But what are our other topics? The UFC.
UFC.
So
I don't know why I said
won't.
it like
I won't lie. This probably goes for the both of us. We have not been as into the UFC as we were at the beginning of these things.
But I've been getting back into it.
Yeah, I've been. I never I've been keeping up with it, but I'm not watching every single fight that is on during the week. There was a time, for a little bit there where it was like every Saturday I'd watch, prelims through the, or at least all the main card, but usually all the prelims as well. And then every single fight with Dana White's Contender Series. And then for the pay-per-views, watch every single fight, which is 6 hours worth of fights. School started, I've been getting really back into guitar, like, doing the extracurricular guitar stuff, which means like music theory, watching videos on gear, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but big fights tomorrow night. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa, and Dominic Reyes versus the Polish guy that I can't pronounce his name. And I also forgot it. So I won't lie, I don't really know too much about. I know Izzy's a great striker. Paulo is the Hulk. I don't know enough about either one to make a fair assessment.
Neither do I, but for some reason I just have this feeling I'm liking Israel Adesanya better. I don't know what it is. Something about it.
I've been hearing nothing but the opposite opinion from everybody else. I
Really?
want Izzy to win because I'm a huge Avatar fan. That's been something since the last podcast. I got really into Avatar: The Last Airbender. Watch all that. Watch all of Legend of Korra. Because Avatar was a show I loved as a kid, but I never I just watched episodes here and there when they were on. I never really paid much attention to the story. I knew the characters, but when I was a kid, I don't think I ever watched it. It wasn't until streaming platforms that I ever really watched a show, like a show like that, or
It's weird because Avatar was the only show I ever did that with before streaming was the thing.
Yeah.
Literally, that was it. Because we got the box set.
Yeah.
So
okay, maybe The Simpsons, because but I would get seasons here and there.
we got the entire series box set because we were so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So we watched the entire show from A to B just to realize we'd seen every episode.
Yeah. Oh,
That was pretty funny.
that is unfortunate. We just dropped $70 on this box set.
No, but it was cool seeing them in order at least.
Yeah. I agree with that. But yeah, so anyways, he's got the Naruto tattoos, which is another anime that I've watched a couple episodes of, and I think it's pretty good.
I'm the wasp. Please fuck
Oh
off.
my god, that thing's terrifying. Anyways, you know that in front of my house I had these wasps that are the second most violent wasps. There's a hive of them, and they spit venom. They're not there anymore. But I saw one once. They're like a yellow jacket, except imagine a yellow jacket, but instead of the yellow, it's gray. So they were black and gray. They were the most badass looking things
I've
I've
seen
ever seen
all
in my life.
black.
Yeah, no, these things had gray on them. Or it was white, actually. Like, it was like a white, gray kind of thing. It was sick. Like, I saw it and I was like, I'm terrified of that thing, but that is badass. Like, I respected it just for its color.
I don't trust like that.
Yeah, I don't trust like that about it.
I don't trust like that.
So, yeah, the UFC talk is going to be, I guess, fairly limited because I don't want to spat out, I'd just be guessing. But what I've been hearing is just, like, more or less from the interviews I've seen, it seems like Paulo's living rent-free in Izzy's head a bit.
Really?
Like, he's, like, because he's, like, it's like one of those guys where it's, like, there's definitely a language barrier. And it just seems like Izzy, like, everybody in the YouTube comments, everybody on Twitter, everybody's just, like, and you can kind of tell, it seems like Izzy's always the one to get pissed off first and, like, be the initial aggressor when they start, like, when they start going at it. So, like, maybe yesterday, Paulo, gave,
I don't trust like that.
Paulo was ripping on Izzy's jiu-jitsu
Oh,
because he's a black belt and Izzy's a blue belt.
Oh.
And, like, in the UFC, you like, there are a lot of blue belts. Derek Lewis, for example, is a blue belt, I believe. Blue belts are absolute, like, monsters as well, and especially when they're, like,
Dying.
so, but Izzy brought Paulo brought a white belt to the press conference and threw it at Izzy, and Izzy flipped the fuck out. So it's like, just as far as, what's up, Meg?
I just letting you know I gotta go.
Okay, great.
Okay, have fun.
We're freaking out about a wasp and talking about UFC.
So yeah, but so you want to get into the horror movies?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't trust like that.
I wouldn't worry about it. Don't bother me. It won't bother you.
It's a wasp, Jenred, not a bee.
It's fine. I live by the same principles.
They live by the same principles.
I live by the same principles, which means they do too. So yeah, horror movies. So I recently watched the other night When a Stranger Calls, which I wasn't expecting to be, because it was made in 1979 or 72, one of the two. And I was like, I think it was 79. I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. Everybody knows, babysitter. Have you checked the children? He's in the house and it's creepy, But then when I saw the movie, that was like in the first 20 minutes. Most terrified I've been watching the movie. It's like genuinely scary. Did you text me?
No, I texted Patrick.
Mick texted me. Fuck.
So something, last night I was talking to Patrick, and I was just scrolling through Amazon Prime looking at horror movies, and I scroll.
You scroll past the Microwave Massacre.
No, I came across a movie called The Video Dead.
No, that sounds terrible.
It's about a guy. They deliver a TV to him that was meant to go to the Occult Studies Museum, and the TV won't turn off, and it's just a random video of zombies walking. And then in the middle of the night, one of the zombies comes out of the TV.
That sounds like
The worst movie ever, because
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I stopped watching after
That's
the
the
zombie
problem.
came out of the TV.
That's the problems with horror. Oh, that was like,
And then I went back to watching, because you wanted me to watch Deep Red, so because I had started it.
Yeah.
I went back to it, and it's just like
Okay.
something about. I like the idea. I do like it, but there's just something. I think just last night maybe I just wasn't in the mood to watch anything, and
Yeah.
that was the problem.
Here's the thing with the films like that. They're less, especially Deep Red. They're well, what part of Deep Red did you get up to? Because that movie, like, as it goes on, it gets like you're just like, oh
It's
my
just
God.
like an investigation right now.
Yeah, it's like those ones are much more mystery based.
Yeah, it
like,
seems to be more of a mystery movie than like a horror movie. There was the Lithuanian chick dies, and then
with the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as it goes on, it gets creepier.
I like
and
how she's
creepier
Lithuanian and her
creepier.
last name's Ullman.
She's supposed to be German.
They said she's from Lithuania.
Yeah, but like
she speaks
it's
German, the whole
yeah.
time. But her name's Ullman, which is very similar to one of the most famous Latvian president, Karlis Ulmanis.
Okay.
So I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, but so I watched. I was able to find the 2 hour and 6 minute version of that. It didn't cut out any of the story. That one cuts
I love
out a
that.
little bit
You
of story.
text me. You're like, don't worry. They don't cut out any of the violence.
That's
It's just the story.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
like,
wait a minute.
but like,
I read that.
like
It's
the way
wait a
I see
minute.
that is like that's just like artistic decision. Cutting out the violence is censorship. Or cutting out sex scenes is censorship. Unless it's like
If you're
something
not,
like that movie,
if the
Cuties,
movie
that
doesn't
abomination.
randomly flash to porn,
Yeah.
what's the point of even watching?
Yeah, exactly.
My joke is with horror movies. If there's no reason for feminists to protest the movie, it's not a good horror movie.
My God, you watched New York Ripper. No, but like unless there's something like illegal going on with the sex in the movies, then you shouldn't be watching the movie. Period. Or illegal with the violence in the movie, then you shouldn't be watching a movie. Period. There's no reason to censor it. Like if it's fake, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it is like fake.
Yeah, but it's a lot because you run into it because the movies came out in the '80s where everybody's a lot more. They were a lot more sensitive to that shit.
Yeah.
So especially in the UK. Oh my God! Like any horror movie going, it's like UK. They had this. You know how nowadays like you want the parental
Advisory.
sticker. They had the list of films called video nasties that like they were like you can't like they were just like banned in the UK. Maniac was on there. Yeah, New York Ripper was on there. A lot of those movies that are hyper misogynistic, brutal. So if it's got the video nasty seal of approval and you can find it uncut, so it's good. But anyways, what was I going back to? Yeah, but a lot of those Italian ones, they're a lot like mystery shit. But like that one gets creepy as it goes on. Like, did you see any other killings?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
Yeah, just like maybe just give it another shot. If you get, did you notice anything when the guy went to check on the dead woman?
Well, I noticed that the investigators seemed like a dick, but also like I noticed that the guy stole the letter she had. She had written the thing she had written about when she did the telepathic shit.
Okay.
Is there anything I should have noticed?
No, I'm just wondering.
So that means yes.
Just makes farts.
Just makes farts.
Yeah. And also, here we're publicly saying fuck Netflix because their horror movie selection is terrible, and they put that really creepy movie Cuties out there, which is just disgusting.
And then they got rid of fucking How I Met Your Mother and Friends.
They got rid of How I Met Your Mother and Friends, and then they got what?
Which
Fuck
are
Friends.
those,
That
okay,
show
but
sucks.
no. Those were my depression shows. Those are the
Okay,
shows
yeah.
I watched when I was
And they got rid of It's
sad
Always
and
Sunny.
lonely, and they're off Netflix.
Yeah, and they had Candyman on there, and they took it off. So I'm gonna fucking buy it. Fuck Netflix.
Fuck Netflix.
Subscribe to Amazon Prime.
The only thing
and
Netflix
use your
is
Twitch
the only
Prime
thing
on my
Netflix
Twitch.
is good for is stand-up specials.
Yeah, stand-up special.
In which case it does excel, but we're
Yeah.
not. That's not the point.
Yeah.
We're not trying to compliment you right now.
Yeah, fuck you, Netflix.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Fucking weirdos. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find another horror movie to watch probably tomorrow night because tonight with the UFC. But
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tonight. I wish if I had money, I would watch it.
I mean,
I'm not trying to spend $65.
yeah, and it's also the fights. They're not gonna be happening. And then tomorrow we're driving to Long Island.
Long Island.
So I can go pick up a guitar because I already paid for it from Tim Howley from Fit for an Autopsy.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything about my phone background. My phone background, for those who don't know, is a picture that Tim put on his Instagram of him on a go-kart, and the caption says OMWTEYF, and then under it in tiny letters, just it says "On my way to eat your food." And it's the greatest picture of all time, and it's my phone background, so I can't wait for him to see it.
Yeah, alright, and then I guess we're coming up on an hour. You want to talk about skateboarding?
Yes, skateboarding.
So enlighten me, because I don't know shit about skateboarding besides the chicks that do it are attractive. So
Well, I don't know. I just got in. I got into skateboarding in general from Mick, as almost all the shit I do in my life for some reason.
hey, he's the man of taste.
Sometimes. I'm busting your balls, Mick. I know you're not here, but you'll watch this.
Oh, pizza.
I want fugu.
I really want to go get Frietto.
Anyway, so he had a Latvian friend who built skateboards, longboards specifically, and so he got obsessed with wanting a longboard, and I started getting interested in it, and somehow it just happened that I got a longboard first, and so it was just something we had to do with my parents. Like they'd say, like at the end of the school year or something, they'd buy me a longboard, or like for my birthday they'd buy me a longboard.
Yeah.
Or I said I'd pay for something like that, and I ended up getting it. We were at a van store to get shoes, and I saw a longboard I really fucking liked, and they're like, "Fuck it, we'll buy it," and we bought it, and that was I still have that board. Since then, I've gotten new trucks on it, because the thing was with the trucks that it came with, it had a really shitty turning radius, and if you loosened them to have a nice turning radius, if you went even a little bit of speed, you would start to wobble. I don't know the official term for that, but when you go really fast with loose trucks, it wobbles on the truck. So I call it the death wobble.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it has I don't know if that's what it's really called. I don't know if it has a term, but I've always called it the death wobble. I remember it happened the first time it happened to me. I used to not be scared about that shit at all, because it never happened. And then once I went on a steep hill, and I got it, I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Anyway, I got new trucks first. That was the first new thing I got, and suddenly it had an amazing turning radius. It turned better than it did when when the standard trucks were all the way loose, but when they were completely tight. So I only had to loosen them a little bit, and then I got new wheels. I got the hard wheels so they don't destroy themselves when you're riding. Of course, these are meant for sliding. This is a thing you can do on longboards, which is not something I can do. Not something I don't know how to do.
I've done the longboards for a minute back in the day.
Yeah, that's another thing. You taught me how to ride it.
Yeah,
You fucking taught me how to ride it.
I'll tell you why I got away from all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Senior year playing lacrosse, when I broke my hand, I couldn't play bass for like 6 weeks minimum, and then it still hurt, so I couldn't play for a while. All I wanted to do was play bass, and it put everything in perspective, and I was like, all right, music is clearly the thing I care about the most. I don't give a shit about sports anymore. I don't give a shit about, any of that. Music.
Music.
So, nowadays, when I'd be like, yeah, skateboarding is cool. Like, yeah, that's a thing that, that I could see myself, the culture seems cool. I could definitely see myself being into it. But I think about it, and I'm like, all right, if I fall, break my wrist, I can't play guitar for, how long? If you break it bad enough, you probably won't be able to play the same ever again. And to me, that's not fucking worth it at all. I love, playing music. I love, all that shit way more than
my thing is sometimes I never had moments like that. I've had close where I thought I had that. Like the time I had a muscle spasm in my neck. I just woke up one day and I turned my head like this, heard a loud crack, and then every time I tried to turn my head to the right, like I literally couldn't go. I could only go like that, and then searing pain, horrible pain. Could not turn my head right, which is not something you think about ever.
Yeah.
You never right now. I'm doing it right now. Yeah. If I still had the spasm, I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to do this, and then I could look left fine. But once I got too far to the right, and I did it a lot because you forget, you fucking forget. You fucking. The thing is, you fucking forget, man. You forget. You don't think about looking to the right. Anyway, I remember waking up when I heard that crack and I had that pain. I thought I had broken my back or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't.
Oh my god.
I was like, no. All I could think was, I can't not play drums.
Yeah.
I can't have something where I paralyze my back or something where I can't play drums. I can't not play drums.
Yeah.
That's all I could think the whole time when I woke up. Like for like 5 minutes, I sat there in shock, just like I can't not play drums. I can't not play drums. So I ended up being fine. Like obviously, I'm turning my head.
Yeah. You get ready for
The
it.
best part was imagine trying to drive like that, or you need to check your blind spot, switching to the right lane.
Yeah, dude.
I had to do this. I had to do this. Like turn my whole. I was like.
Yeah, that looks on.
That's bad. Sorry, we have the street open and there's a bit of a delay seeing it, so we have a bit of a kick seeing how dumb we look.
But yeah.
No, but so I still enjoy skateboarding. I mean, I fell recently, but like this is the worst I got.
I mean, you probably won't like. That's I admit I'm being
if you
a
want,
complete pussy
there's
about
a
it.
bit of a trigger warning, so look away if you don't like if you're squeamish. But this
It's
is
not that bad.
I don't know.
They're watching us.
So yeah, I fell. I scraped my palm.
Yeah. Like
the
I'm
thing is,
being a pussy about it.
Most of the time, I don't fall that often.
Yeah.
When I do fall, it's like when it's so the only time I get something like this is when I'm going really fast and I stop abruptly, like I hit a rock or something that makes the board just completely go to a stop.
Yeah.
Then I'll just end up, you can't stop that.
Yeah.
The momentum throws you off the board.
Yeah.
But a lot of time, if I fall, when I fall, I end up catching myself and just running it off at this point, just because I've done it so many times. You get used to it.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of having like a skateboard. But like also, but when I did this actually, I was trying to learn how to do an ollie while moving, and I ended up because now I'm doing normal skateboards too, and I'm just starting that like this week. I've had the board for like a year or two, but I've never really done anything with it until now. So I landed the ollie, and then I landed my front foot on the away from the board, so the board went like that and threw me off.
Yeah.
So
There's a timer.
Is it raining? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Very little, but it is.
I think it's just the condensation from the leaves and the wind is moving. Oh no, that might be rain.
It's so little that it doesn't matter.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy skateboarding a lot, and so
And it's also one of those things, if you fall and you hurt your hand or whatever, and you have to take a couple days off drums or a couple weeks, you can still work on your feet. You can still do stuff.
I can
If
at
fuck my
least
hand,
do
I
something.
can't play guitar. Like, yeah, I can work on my picking. Or
But that's the
I
other
can work on
thing.
my legato,
the other thing. I need. I can't. As a guitarist, if you can theoretically you can permanently damage your legs where you can't walk.
Yeah.
You can still play guitar.
Yeah.
I can't do anything to any of my limbs like that.
Yeah.
I got to be very careful with them, which is why it's probably not smart to do be doing all the skateboard shit I do maybe. But like I'm not
if
doing
it's something
anything.
you enjoy.
Yeah, it is, and like that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. Where I'm getting at. It's something I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've just been doing since like 8th grade, and it's like it's also like just. I prefer longboarding anyway, where there's no tricks, no nothing. You're just riding.
Yeah.
I love just going around my driveway because we have a circular driveway.
Yeah.
I'll just do loops around my driveway for hours, listening to music.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun. You just put in your earbuds and you listen to music and you ride around, and it's just fun. And anyway, so that brings me to where I am now, where I think this is the first time I'm publicly sort of saying this, that I'm going to be starting a skateboard company with my friend.
Nice.
It's just starting. We just found out last night we did something dumb with the name.
What?
So we called it Grim Wolf Boards, and I wasn't thinking because Brothers Grimm is the story where Little Red Riding Hood is with the Wolf.
Yeah.
But Brothers Grimm is Grimm. I just was thinking, like, what's a cool name? Grim Wolf, like a Grim Reaper, but a wolf. So I did Grim Wolf, but I should have done Grimm, and it would have made much more sense.
You can still.
I already ordered the stencil.
Yeah, but you could just do the M again.
Let me show you the logo.
No, like what I'm saying is, if you get a stencil, and like what you're gonna be like painting it, spray painting it on or something,
Yeah.
you can do.
Look at the M though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. At this point, I don't care too much. It's still
But
fine.
why is it Grim Wolf Boards?
Shut the fuck up.
Is it Grim Wolf Boards?
It's Grim Wolf Boards. I know it looks like Grim Wolf Boards.
Like what? It's a wolf board. Is it a special scrape board?
No, it's just I'm trying to lean into the extreme metal shit vibe with it.
Alright. Yeah, I like
Because
that.
I feel like there's a lot of metal and skateboarding do
Yeah, there's
cross over a lot,
yeah.
but there's not as much of a crossover with extreme metal and
Yeah.
skateboarding.
Except for that time at Suffocation played Fuse. They played like some like skateboarding rink,
Oh, that's cool.
and nobody knew who the fuck they were.
Oh, nice.
And it like at the end they just finished ripping through Blood Oath. There's just one dude that's like, yeah. I'm like, are you not fucking seeing Suffocation? Like if I was a professional skateboarder, and Suffocation was coming to play, and this was when Mike Smith was still in the band, and Guy Marche was still on guitar. Oh my god, I would be fucking losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'd be hitting people with the skateboard, fucking drop kicking motherfuckers, punching people in the uterus.
I'd be doing it like at the Nosedive show, trying to get an ollie in the mosh pit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That was cool to see though. So yeah, I really appreciate skateboarding culture and skateboarding and all that stuff. It's just something I know I can't do. Like I can't, like, even if like I wanted to, I couldn't do it because I suck at it.
Right.
It's like guitar. It's like one of those things where it's like you just suck abysmally at the beginning, and it's like I can only do that so much.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I mean it's something I enjoy doing. So yeah, I mean be on the lookout. We're just starting. We're gonna try our first couple of boards soon.
Yeah.
Like we ordered a stencil for it. That's why I was saying I'm kind of upset that we fucked up the name like that, but it's fine.
Sure? Like with skateboards and stuff, is spray paint usually used
I don't know.
to
But
paint them?
either way,
They use
we want a stencil so that we can get.
Yeah,
the looks
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
no,
It
that's
doesn't
smart.
matter. We don't know if it's gonna be spray paint.
Yeah, because like I feel like they use a more
we're gonna. It's one of those we're gonna just try it.
yeah.
That's all we can do.
Maybe look into the paint that they use on the skateboards.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know if it's spray paint.
I've seen people do it with spray paint. I've seen people do it with just acrylic paint. But I don't know how like professional.
I feel like they'd use like the little like pen thing. You know, these
Like airbrushes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's it. Exactly.
The thing is, we also need to figure out how to do. We're gonna need to get a clear coat on top of that shit too.
Yeah,
So it doesn't like scrape off.
Yeah,
instantly.
you gotta like, yeah.
But I mean, we're starting simple. We're just gonna start by a black board with the logo on it.
Yeah.
Maybe change up the colors in the logo, but that's really it. So
We should do a gay pride month.
we might. I mean, Thomas is helping with it, so
I know,
like, we
so yeah,
legit might.
I was being serious.
No, I know, and I'm being serious. That's probably one of the first ones we're gonna do.
That's sick. Yeah, make an Instagram for it.
Yep.
I could help her on your social media. Kidding. It's a joke
I
because
need to log out one. The issue, I may have Thomas just run social media for that one straight up because
Yeah.
I'm logged into the max on Instagram.
Did I tell you about the most recent Ola video?
No.
He was talking about kicking out your bandmates, but he just wrote kicking your bandmates, so I sent it to Mick and be like, finally he addresses our topic of drop kicking each other. No, but he was talking about how in a band, the smartest thing to do is just have people do different things.
Yeah.
Which is something that we just came to that conclusion that we're like, we need to, you know.
Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Our issue is respecting each other's rules in that sense.
Uh,
Not singling Mick out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, what did he do recently with
He
the
tried
fucking,
to make a
the-
big cartel,
yeah, the big
and I'm like, I already did that, and he got mad at me. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you kidding me? I'm the merch guy.
And he's like, you didn't tell me, and you're like, you didn't tell him.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
I'm the one running merch. I'm
Yeah.
the one running merch. I do two things. I do the merch and the Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it.
I realize I don't actually have a role. Well, actually, my role is usually comes at like
Shit.
reaching out to promoters.
That's a wasp nest.
Yeah, you didn't see that earlier?
No.
Yeah, the wasp was going near.
Oh, that we got rid of them all. We're gonna have to spray that down.
Shit, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like when shows are happening, I'm usually the one to research promoters, reach out to venues, you know, to see if the
Let's get a guest up here.
the band stuff. We're gonna be getting a guest on right now.
Our first guest.
Yep. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's probably it. You know. Oh, I got some work to do today. Pretty hungry, haven't eaten yet. Probably get some pizza. Because need them calories. Skinny ass. Hello, Lima. Hello.
Don't lick the G Fuel. You do not need more caffeine.
She already had caffeine?
She doesn't need more energy, is what I meant. You do not need caffeine. She loves drinking from my mom's coffee, my mom's wine.
Really? She likes coffee?
She will
Dude.
drink from my mom's coffee cup.
Dude, I brought coffee up to my dog and she like runs away in horror.
I wish she. You see how much energy she has already.
Yeah.
She does not need it.
Maybe the wine would
Look
help.
at how she's sitting.
Not really. Don't give your dog wine.
No, she has tried to drink from our parents' alcohol too, like licked beer bottles. she's fucked.
She ate a whole pepper thing, right?
Yes.
Oh man.
And she shit for a week. I haven't shit in a week.
How big is she supposed to get?
All I know is that every time my parents look at her paws, and they're like, "Oh my god, she's gonna be massive." She's only 7 months old,
Yeah.
so she's still growing.
Yeah.
And look how tall she is.
Yeah.
When we got her, she was
I remember,
less than
yeah.
half that size. She's fucking massive, though.
It doesn't like. It's one of those things where it's like.
That's it. Lima nuts. Lima. What?
Like,
That. Fuck you.
To me, it feels like she hasn't really grown that much.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because.
But when you look at,
yeah.
you just get moments and you look at her and you
Yeah.
really think about it, like, she's fucking massive.
Yeah.
She was really small when we got her.
Yeah.
Please don't take a shit on the show. You know what I've been watching a lot? Pizza reviews.
Man, I want pizza right now.
I've been watching the Barstool One Bite reviews.
Yeah.
Those were
One
good.
button, everybody knows the rule takes 7 bites. Okay, Dave. Yeah, Tim's a big fan of that stuff.
I watched an episode of it, and then the next day, Tim Halley posted a clip from that exact video on his Instagram. If you're gonna just go the fuck down. I don't trust like that. These fucking guys.
All right, I think that was probably a.
That's the review. Frankly, that's the review.
That's the review.
That's all she wrote.
That is
Thanks
all
for
she
watching.
wrote.
Trying to get on streaming platforms, all the podcast platforms you like.
Yes.
Don't remember the
All
phrase.
of them.
All of them.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
That's it. Anywhere you get your podcasts.
You know.
Ardios.
Hair.
Thank you for watching.
Hair.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We love you.
Drink G Fuel.
Drink G Fuel. We're not sponsored.
And
but
Gamer Subs.
we're not
And
sponsored
Red Bull.
G Fuel, but we drink your product.
And use Manscaped.
Tell them what you did with G Fuel today.
I chugged an entire glass of it because I didn't have a shaker bottle. But I have, you know what I have and I make it with? I'll take a glass and I'll put it in there. And when I was in the 7th grade, I got a metal Slurpee straw. Which sounds like a total try-hard move, but it was like
Lima,
$8.
what are you doing?
And it is the greatest invention ever because it gets cold. Like, it's metal, so when you put it in like ice, Like,
Oh,
you know,
it's the kind that's supposed to make like Slurpees when you put it in.
No. It's just like a metal straw. But
Okay.
that's what I used to mix it around, and I'll drink it out of the metal straw.
Nice.
So
What I do,
yeah.
it's nothing. I just put like 4 scoops in it because I have ADHD, and I've only recently been diagnosed.
Wait, you got diagnosed?
Not really.
Oh.
But my therapist said I probably have it.
Oh yeah, dude, you should get on Ritalin. For real, it's fucking awesome.
All right. Anyway, Jesus Christ, he's gonna try to eat the giant
oh, no,
spider.
No.
Go down. Lima, go down. Lima, go down.
I'm not even equipped to fight that thing.
Hold on. Let me make her go down. Then we gotta close it out.
As you can see, the beautiful Hudson Valley. Here, let me readjust. See? Oh, whoops. Showing all the nobody who watches this.
She really tried to eat the spider.
Yep.
Anyway.
Anyways, we'll end it standing.
When it's
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway, we drink way too much G Fuel. G Fuel, we love you. Thank you.
Drink Gamer Subs
And G Fuel.
and Red Bull.
Anyway, thank you. Bye.